Alfa Foxtrot 586 was a P-3 on a sensitive Cold War mission, off the Kamchatka Peninsula on October 26, 1978. When a propeller malfunction turned into an engine fire, the pilot was forced to ditch his aircraft into the freezing seas west of the Aleutian Islands. The aircraft went down in just 90 seconds, taking one of the 3 rafts with it. 13 men launched the other rafts, the smallest of which, terribly overcrowded, soon began to leak, threatening the 9 men aboard. Shemya Island was over 300 miles to the west, and it was over 800 miles back to Adak at the time of the ditch. Once in the water, and with complete disregard for his own safety, Lieutenant Commander Grigsby positioned himself on top of the rapidly sinking aircraft, to direct the evacuation of his crew members. His heroic actions, both in the air and in the water, were responsible for 13 of his 14 crewmen reaching life rafts, and eventual recovery by a surface vessel. A Coast Guard C-130, an Air Force RC-135, and a Navy P-3, directed a Soviet fishing vessel to the crash site, and rescued the survivors, after surviving more than 10 hours in the frigid water. The 10 survivors were moved to the Russian port of Petropavlovsk, flown to a hospital, transferred to Japan, and from there returned to Moffett Field, arriving on November 4, 1978. Less than a minute after Alfa Foxtrot 586 reported its position, it ditched into the North Pacific in extremely menacing conditions. The TACO calmly and professionally broadcast the Mayday report, not knowing if he and his crew would survive the ditch and freezing water. This is the fishing vessel that changed course to save the crew of AF 586. It had been out to sea almost a year and was returning to Petropavlovsk with their haul of fish. The crew of Alfa Foxtrot 586 was honored at a ceremony at their home base of Moffett Field, California. The calm and professional radio call was broadcast by Matt Gibbons on the lower left.
Almighty